Hello, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to overcome the fear of losing someone you love. So, of course, this is a really vulnerable space to be in. There's a lot of different circumstances that could lead us to feel like we might lose the one we love. And so, how do you overcome this fear? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Before I jump in, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel in the corner or below. Also know that I offer lots of self-study manifesting courses. All of those courses are linked below. I'm probably not going to go too deep into fear of abandonment in this video. I've talked about it in a lot of other videos. And if you find that fear of abandonment is the reason that you fear losing love, I do have a course below called Free Yourself that really dives deep into the process of eliminating that fear in your life. So you can check that out below. The last thing I'll say is I do a weekly giveaway for a bundle of 3 ebooks that I wrote. The way to enter into the contest is to subscribe to my channel, to like this video, and to comment below. I give 3 ebooks to 3 people every week. Okay, let's jump into this. So how do you overcome the fear of losing someone you love? Well, the first place for you to start is to look at why do you have this fear to begin with? And of course, I'm not saying that, there's a lot of different circumstances where one could feel scared that they are going to lose the person they love. And so I'm not saying it's like not a legitimate fear. Of course, it might be. And maybe you have lost this person before, or you have felt like you've lost this person and it's left you with a fear that you're going to lose love. Now, where we always have to go back to is ourselves. In any type of transformational process, even if it's not manifesting, it's always going to come back to you and how, like, how you are perceiving what's going on in your reality. So you have to look at, why do I feel fear that I might lose love? The most common answer to that is going to be, well, I've lost it before. I feel like I've lost love before, either with this person or someone else. And so I'm scared that it can happen again. Okay, that's logical and it makes sense. Just unfortunately, through a manifesting perspective, what we expect to happen, what we identify with happening, what we assume is going to happen, and especially what we feel afraid of happening, our fear, if you have a deep fear about something happening, it means it's really probably deeply in your self-concept. And so these are the things that manifest our reality. And so if you have an inner fear of something happening, of losing love or losing a person you love, the way to overcome that fear has very little to do with the other person, and it has everything to do with you. And there's a few things you can do. First of all, the first way I think to deal with overcoming a fear of losing love is to recognize that love's never going to leave you, but more in a general sense. Now, this isn't exactly going straight to that this person isn't going to leave you, but I promise you that doing a practice like this is going to help you a lot. If you've been watching my videos for a while, I have mentioned this in a couple of videos, where really recognizing that love was never, ever, ever going to leave me, which happened through my spiritual awakening. I can link the video where I talk about that awakening up there. When I realized that love could never leave me, it transformed everything for me. And one of the main things it transformed was my anxiety and panic in relationships, feeling like I was going to be abandoned, right? So this first step, it doesn't have to do with the other person, but it has to do with you. And it has to do with developing an inner feeling and knowing that love can't leave you. Love can't leave you. It's not about another person, this step. It's not about someone else. It's about love is God. Love is source energy. Love is the infinite. Love is what you are. We have all heard these things, and it's actually true. It's hard for the literal mind to understand what any of that means, but it means your purest, truest essence is the essence of love. And in that, love is always here with you. Love is the experience of wholeness, the experience of connection within, okay? That experience of connection within is always with you. And so when you start to realize that love in general can never leave you, it takes the edge off of feeling like someone can leave you and you're going to be like totally destroyed. The reason we get destroyed or really deeply hurt when particular people leave us is because it leaves us feeling like we are now incomplete. Honestly, comment below if you've ever experienced that. If you felt like a person left you and because they left, you are now not complete. This is very common. This is like, and it's, unfortunately, it's kind of like one part of what creates dysfunction in relationships, because you actually are whole regardless of anyone else. And when you recognize your innate wholeness, this is how you create relationships that feel whole. When you're relying on someone else to complete you, while it's really a beautiful romantic notion, it ends up feeling super dysfunctional because you're needing them, you're grasping for them, you become desperate for them. It's like they're your air, or you need them to survive, you need them to keep living. It can't work. And essentially, all of that is coming from a state of being, of not being whole as you are. So when you start to recognize, okay, I'm going to be okay no matter what. I'm going to feel whole no matter what. I'm good no matter what. Love's not going to leave me no matter what. That fully takes the edge off of any fear of losing someone you love. And then the next layer of something to do is start to personalize it a little more. Personalize the practice into feeling this person cares about me. I feel cared about by this person. I know deep down this person loves me and I'm important to them. I know that their higher self loves my higher self. You can tell yourself things like this to, again, start to feel like, okay, I'm okay. I'm okay and I'm loved. And not only am I loved, I'm loved by this person. So remember, you're creating your reality with your self-concept. Any fear of losing someone, while it's natural, it essentially is, you're already in the state of lack. You're in the state of like, they're going to go away. And that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So what you need to do is land in, okay, wait, love is never going to leave me. So I'm always going to be okay, which is true. And when you get that, you're kind of unstoppable because you're okay no matter what. So love will never leave me. I'm going to be okay. And then the second layer is learning to feel into the potential or the truth of, there are parts of this person that will always love me. Love is actually not going to go away. You know, one more thing I want to say before I end the video is that, you know, in my prior relationships, I have so much love for my exes, and they have so much love for me. And while like I'm not with those men anymore, some of them I'm in contact with, some I'm not. Most of them I am in contact with in a friendly way. And it's like the memory of our love and the reverence, the honoring of that is actually so special for both of us. And so I wouldn't trade that in for anything. And while, yes, those are just memories of our relationships, the love is not gone. There may have been, as we were parting, there may have been times where we were in more lack experience about each other, but we moved through that and we landed in a place of like honoring and loving each other. Love doesn't go away. It doesn't have to. That's all a perception. And so if you choose to align yourself with a new perception that like love is never going to leave, even with specific people. Yes, relationships might transform and change, but love's not going to go away. Once you love someone unconditionally, it doesn't go away. That's my experience. the people who have loved me unconditionally and I have loved unconditionally, we're always going to love each other. I mean, they're the most significant people in my lives. They've touched me the deepest. And so love isn't going to go away. And when we realize this, the way to not fear love leaving you is to recognize that it's not actually going to go away. Okay? Thank you so much for being here with me in this video. I love being here with you. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel, you like the video, and you comment below. I'll see you soon. Bye.